Okay, this is a quick lesson on intergenerational trauma. This is your grandmother. Your grandmother was taught by her mother that her role in society was to be a mother and a wife, and that's all. She was taught that her job was to be seen and not heard. She was taught that her job was to be of service to other people. She dare not complain about how much she was struggling with that. Instead, she had to bend all the time. Now, like the good mother that she was, she then shared this information with your mother. So your mother grew up knowing that her job is to do just that, which is to be seen but not heard, which encouraged emotional unavailability. Her job was to keep quiet when other people were speaking and saying things that she did not like, because she dare not speak up for herself, which then encouraged the lack of boundaries. She also understood that her job was to be of service to other people, which encouraged issues of people pleasing. Now, because no one was feeding into her, she also struggled with issues of self-esteem, because no one was telling her that she's beautiful. No one was telling her that she deserves the best. No one was telling her that she is good enough. Then what she did is she transferred the very information on to you. So you're here now and you are realizing that while I appreciate my family, but there's something that's wrong about what's happening there. Why are we struggling with the same patterns? Why is it that everyone is struggling with their relationships? Why aren't people successful in our family? Why are we not graduating? Why does it seem like we are not having a good?
I don't speak about politics with men. I only speak about politics with women because I don't think men can keep up with me, number one. And number two, whenever I am confident and uncompromising in my belief, men tend to be very condescending and patronizing. And the thing is, I can tell when someone is trying to correct me and teach me from a good place, from trying to engage equally in conversation, versus when they're being sexist and they're like, oh, you as a woman can't challenge me. And the thing is, a lot of these pan-African or pro-black men will act like, oh, they like being challenged, but only challenged to a point where like it's just before they become uncomfortable, where they're like, oh, that's an interesting perspective. But then when you start to challenge their power, when you start to challenge male hegemony within black culture throughout the world, within your respective African cultures, then it's an issue, then it's a hassle. And the thing is, I have so much practice with challenging men. I've been challenging all the men in my families since I was 9, right? And I'm not scared, like I'm really not scared. And even when men will be like, but how will you find community in Pan-African men? Pan-African men do not want equality with African women, with black women. They want to be like the white man. I do not seek allyship or unity with someone that aspires to be as oppressive as the white patriarchy, you know? And when people say, well, you're being divisive when you bring this stuff up, I'm not being divisive. I'm merely like pointing out what already is, what everyone already knows. You guys know that you're patriarchal. You guys know that you don't treat women right. You just want us to turn the other cheek and be meek. But I was taught to be uncompromising. I was not taught to be understanding of people that do not see me.
Singabantu besifazane besinesicelo nenkosi yami bafanele. Mhlambe bayikhethele bona oyedwa abamaziyo ukuthi yabo lo mengabe echaza into ezwakala. Ake basale sebesitshela. Yini abafana abayifuna kuthina?
Women, I'm from a generation where we were never taught about how to relate to men in relationships. And growing up in my youth, if I can say that, I was raised to go study, get a good job, be a womandla, right? So we were never raised in the space of being soft and feminine. I don't know if you get me.
Yeah.
So women, I think, are in spaces where they can recognize that we can let go and trust the space we are in with our partners. Yeah. So we get caught up on, you don't submit. And ask yourself, why is that? Because she's been conditioned to be the head of her life.
To be independent.
Despite of having a good man, they butt heads because they kinda are occupying the same space.